In this video, I want to show you exactly how I went from having no confidence, a mediocre physique, a broken heart, to being able to rebuild my dream physique, unshakable confidence, and discipline that ultimately changed my life.
Okay, here we go. This is how I rebuilt everything, my body, confidence, and purpose in literally 120 days. Okay, all because I decided I wanted to build this unbreakable focus and unbreakable discipline for myself, as you can see in my transformation here. But before I was able to build this unbreakable focus, I was extremely skinny, okay, which led to me bulking up, but I bulked up very unhealthily. It left me with no confidence, okay? I was very unhealthy, became very depressed, bulked way too far. As you can see, my face was always puffy, I was always bloated. I didn't feel good. I was bulking to gain confidence, and I ended up losing confidence just because I had no idea what I was doing, no structure, no plan behind my bulk. After I implemented my new methods, I built my dream physique, okay? I found and created this new confidence that I had for myself in everything that I did, from running a business to talking to girls to talking to people. I just had this confidence, and I fell in love with building that confidence, all right? I also became very lean, and I felt and became very healthy, right? Every single day I had energy. I was excited to do what I was doing. I felt really, really good compared to this me, who never felt good, always felt bloated, lethargic, and just never felt healthy. But now I understand both sides of it. I understand what it's like to be skinny and have no confidence and depressed. My acne even got bad at one point. I also now understand what it's like to build that confidence, to build that physique that I want. And now I'm here, and now I strive to want to help others do the same thing. So this video is for people who are looking to build lean muscle mass, looking to lose excess fat, whether that's around your face, your stomach, your arms, especially if you're lacking confidence or belief in yourself. This is for you. If you're struggling to stay consistent and you're tired of being walked over and you're ready to feel like you're in control of your life, this is for you, okay? This isn't for people who are looking for shortcuts or quick fixes. Okay, if you're not willing to track your food or train with intensity, this isn't for you. If you're just going to keep making excuses instead of change, and you're okay with being like everybody else, and you're not ready to commit to your own growth, then this isn't for you. Swipe out of this video, do what you need to do, but this video is not for you if you're looking for any of this. But here's the truth about building your dream physique. Okay, you're not always going to be motivated. You're not. That is why a majority of people fail. Your dream physique isn't going to fix your insecurities. It'll actually end up revealing them, right? When I started getting bigger, I realized a lot of the confidence didn't come from me being skinny. It came from the mindset that I had. And we'll get to that in a sec. But gaining and losing weight fast isn't always a good thing. Okay, just because you're putting on weight and bulking really, really quickly isn't always good. Or because you're losing, 5 pounds a week, that isn't always good. Okay, so you have to be doing things correctly. And lastly, you don't need to be training hours every single day to get results. Now, with the right systems in place, you will be okay. All right? There's no such thing, though, as overnight discipline. All right? Everyone wants the results without repetition, especially myself. I wish I could just wake up one morning and be to where I am and be as big as I want and have all the confidence in the world. But that's not the case. It's not possible. You have to show up for yourself, and you have to continue habits every single day, rep after rep after rep, to become that person that you want to be. All right, discipline isn't built in a week. It's built when you show up every single day, even when you're tired of seeing no change. All right, following the correct systems will get you to where you need. You need to truly understand that you are capable of greatness, though, all right, in your life, in your body, and in your mindset. The moment you believe that is when everything is going to change. Okay, you have to have that mindset shift and believe in yourself first. Now, if you want to be that person, I'll show you exactly how to build that unbreakable focus, push yourself harder than ever, how to track and follow a sustainable diet to help you reach your goals, how to build lean muscle mass and lose excess body fat, okay? How to rebuild your self-confidence and become the man that you want to be. I'll show you how to do all those things. First, though, I want to tell a little bit more about my story, just go back a little bit farther for those of you who do not know me. And since my freshman year, I always felt like I was behind. I had no confidence. I compare myself to everybody else, everybody who was ahead of me. And I realized this at a very young age, but freshman year is when everything kind of started to change. But I knew I didn't want to keep living like that. I knew that there was more to this life than feeling like that every single day. And I wanted to change, okay? With that, I was playing football at the time. This is my senior year. But I started going to the gym every single day and practicing for football. My freshman year, I wanted to bulk up and put on size so I could play varsity ball. And I started training every single day as hard as I could. And shortly after I started doing that, I became obsessed with gaining weight, building muscle, transforming into the confident man I always wanted to be. It felt so good. So I became obsessed with it. So year after year, I kept growing physically, mentally, and in confidence. But deep down, I knew I wanted more for it all. I wanted there to be a bigger reason for why I was doing what I was doing. So I decided to start helping others who were just starting out, to guide them to do the same, but without all the mistakes. Because, in the 6 years of doing this, there was so many mistakes, constant trial and error and figuring it out. But it doesn't have to take that long. And that's what I want to show people. If you can skip all those mistakes and just get to doing what is right, you can see the results, the progress, and become the man that you want to be so quickly. With the simple rebuild system that I created it to help others achieve what I was able to, but faster, using the experience and knowledge that I gained over the year, right? Just like I was saying. But I decided to kind of break it down for you right here for free. In the following steps that I'm going to show you, I kind of outline the whole process of what I did to accomplish these results, not only for myself, but also for my clients, right? With this method, you'll be able to rebuild your confidence, build lean muscle, and lose as much fat as you desire, all while creating the dream physique and the man that you want it to be. We have the mindset. That is stage one. Before you can rebuild your physique, you have to rebuild your mindset, change how you think, change your discipline and the confidence in the belief system that follows, right? Stage two is the method. Once your mindset is right, we have to figure out the structure, the schedule for you, your training, nutrition, and accountability. All right, no more guessing, no more random things, no more just showing up here and there. You have to build a structure, hold yourself accountable, and become consistent. And then stage three is just momentum. All right, the habit, structure, and wins, they all start to stack, right? You start to feel unstoppable. And that is where the program just turns into your life. All right, you no longer have to rely on motivation because it's just who you are. Okay, once you start showing up and you've instilled those daily habits, it's just who you are now. So that way you can continue going and you have that momentum and you just roll and things start picking up really, really fast. Let me show you exactly how each stage of this system works so you can start your own rebuild and you can become the man that you are meant to be right now. First off is the mindset reframing, right? For me, the biggest thing that is going to work also for you is finding your why, your reason behind why you are getting into shape, why you want to lose that fat, why you want to pack on that muscle. Because if you don't have a reason bigger than, I want to bench 225 and I want to look cool, you're never going to achieve it, right? My reason was much deeper. I had no confidence. I was hurt over it. I got broken up with. I was cheated on. So I wanted to change. And that drove me every single day. I didn't have to rely on the motivation because I had a why for showing up, even when it was hard, right? The next thing is discipline beats that motivation. All right, every single time, motivation fades. So that is why having that why is so important to build that discipline. The person you want to be already exists. You just have to start acting like him. All right, think about today. What is the person that you want to be doing? Is he waking up early? Is he making his bed? Is he eating healthy? Is he skipping out on the parties, the video games, the drugs, doing everything right? Is that what the person you want to be? Is that what he's doing? If so, why are you not doing that today? You know what it takes. So you have to start acting like that person that you want to be. You have to start showing up for yourself how the person you want to be would be showing up every single day. All right. And then once you're able to control your thoughts, you will control your life. When you stop letting that anxiety and that lack of confidence get to you and lead you astray, that is when you will be able to control your life. So you have to start showing up for yourself, being a man of your word, living up to the promises that you make, controlling those thoughts. When you want to do something, when you want to cheat, when you want to go to that party, you have to control those thoughts. Know that you're not doing those things for a bigger purpose. That's when your life is going to change. Next is learning the game, okay? Consistency over perfection. Every single day. You're never going to feel perfect. You're never going to feel 100% every single day, right? But as long as you're consistent, as long as you just show up for your workouts every single day, even if you don't feel the best, that you're still going to grow. You're still going to see the results just because you're being consistent with it and showing up. If I were to train only when I feel 100%, I'd probably be there once a month. But because I still show up every single day, even when I don't feel good, I've gotten the results that I've gotten, right? Every rep, every meal, every choice has a purpose. It really does. Every single morning waking up and eating those healthy meals, they stack, they add it, they have a purpose. And same with skipping out on things. When you skip out once on a workout, then you do it again, those things stack and you start going downhill, right? So you have to create a system though that's going to fit your schedule, not something that you just find off social media, because everybody's different. Everybody is different. Everyone has different schedules, family, friends, whatever it is. If I just went on TikTok, tried to fit this man's schedule into my life, it's probably not going to work. Okay? And you don't need more. You just need to do things right. If you aren't seeing the growth that you want to in the gym or getting stronger in the gym, doesn't mean you just have to show up more. Maybe you're not training correctly. Maybe you're not hitting the right muscle groups, doing the right compound lifts to get stronger. Whatever it is, you don't always just need more of it. And that's exhausting with that thought process. Always thinking you need more is exhausting. So figuring out how to do things correctly and right instead of more. Lastly is momentum. Program turns to habits, right? Small daily wins turn into massive long-term results. I want to share this with you. This was me when I was a little bit more bulked up and fluffy. I wanted to get lean and shredded. What did I do? I set out a few things every single morning for myself to do, small wins for myself that was going to get me there, right? I'd eat the same healthy meal every single morning. I'd have my eggs, my sourdough toast, and an avocado. I'd go for a mile walk, and I'd do an ice bath or a cold shower. Okay, that's what I did every single morning. That only took me a couple hours a day. And it stacked. Those small wins stacked. They got me from here to here to here. Okay, I wasn't trying to run 5 or 6 miles every single day. I wasn't setting out these crazy goals. It was just small daily things that got me to where I wanted to be. And that leads me to my next thing, is your plan has to be sustainable. All right, the goal is sustainability. Those small things that I was doing every single day was leading me towards my goal, but it was also very sustainable. It was very easy for me to do. Okay, now if I were to set out my goals to be insanely huge, it's not always going to be sustainable, right? You'll learn how to handle the weekends, travel, and stress, and you'll stay on track. Okay, because of all these things you've been doing, you've been learning the game, you've been in it for long enough now. When challenges come your ways, you'll know how to navigate them. When I go on vacation, I know, okay, I'm not going to be able to track every single meal that I have, but I'm going to still be conscious of what I'm putting in my body, right? You'll learn how to navigate all of that. And then after all that, the consistency just compounds. Okay, every single day with those small wins, it just compounded, it just stacked. This was only, a few months from each other, these photos. Just because of the small wins, all stacked up, they compounded. Lastly, when you implement all those things, you become the man that you wanted to be. Everything is different. You start walking with confidence, not because of how you look, but because of who you become. You've become the type of man others look up to as a leader. You're not a follower because you're doing things differently. You're not doing things how everyone else does. You lead as the man that God intended for you to be because you lived up to those promises. You've used the gifts that God gave you to work hard. All right, so now you start leading. The last thing is girls will start attracting to you, okay? Because you became that man, now you'll attract the females. People will attract you because they see that you're confident, because you live up to your promises. That is why it's so important to do this. Now, if you're tired of feeling like you're capable of more, but you don't know where to start, this is for you. Okay? The simple rebuild gives you every tool, every system, and every ounce of accountability that you need to become the man that you were meant to be. Now you understand exactly kind of how the process works, briefly anyways. I have an offer for you. If you're a hardworking individual, no quit mentality, you're willing to change and learn, you're ready to make a change in your life, and you're tired of being the same way every single day, you're ready to rebuild your confidence, lose fat, build lean muscle, and finally feel like the man that you are meant to be, this is for you. Okay, I'll show you how to completely transform your physique and your mindset, even with a busy schedule, low motivation, or years of inconsistency. It isn't just a workout plan. Okay, it is a system that helps men become disciplined, confident, and unstoppable, just like it helped me in my life. And I want to show everybody else that. Okay, and if you are interested in this, if this is you and you are serious about changing your life right now, I really do want to work with you. There's going to be a link in the description for you to schedule a one-on-one call with me literally as soon as today. Okay, schedule that call. I'm excited to talk to you, get to know you, and help you rebuild your life, your confidence, your discipline, and feel unstoppable, man. Here's a few of my client wins. This is just a few. If you guys go follow me on Instagram, you can see more results on there, more fat loss as well on there. But these are some of my first guys. This was my own transformation using this in 3 months. My bulk to my cut. My guy Adam came to me looking to bulk. In 2 months, he put over 15 pounds of lean muscle mass, right? Insanely confident. This is justice cut down. I became shredded, man. Worked his tail off, became confident, right? Nice messages here. Feeling lost, comparing himself to others, just like I did. But it gave him a purpose despite everything else going on. Okay, so if you are serious about changing